wrestling fans, and welcome to episode 99 of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe the Panther the Third. And now, introducing from the top of Meadow Mountain all the way down to all 50 states and the globe, the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on internationally? No, what's going on, Meadow Mountain? What's going on, Joe?
Not too much. Not too much. I'm just feeling really like spacey, man. You know, I gotta be centered, man. Because you want to introduce the guest, man? Or do you want me to do it, man? I don't know, man.
I think you should. Yeah.
Let's sit on our beanbags and just look up in the sky, man. And give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to everybody's favorite flower child, Eliza Haze.
Hey guys.
What's going on? Peace.
Man, you like how my hell did sit on the beanbag chairs, look in the sky. I always try to make it like really like fun, and the intro has to be like feel like the wrestler, so it had to be calm. So I was like, yeah, man. I was practicing your intro at work at Key Food, and I startled a few coworkers because I do like the little intro and I start quietly talking to myself with my mask on. And I almost added to the intro and I didn't do it. I don't know why. I guess I was so in the zone of it when I'm doing it. When we're live, it's kind of like different than you're practicing in your bedroom or practicing at work. I was gonna say like the whole thing, the Metal Mountain, and then somewhere in Woodstock in a daisy field, it's the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek. Well, hey, why not add Woodstock? That's where all the hippies were born, right? So if our fans are not from our globally fun fans are not familiar with you, introduce yourself.
Okay, well, as they said, I am Eliza Haze, your favorite flower child, and I am from Florida. Currently, I work around like Central Florida, near Tampa sometimes, down south sometimes, and occasionally I go up to Tennessee.
Mm.
Do you wrestle in South Florida as well, or?
I have a couple of times. It's a bit of a drive. It's about like 4 hours to get down to some of those, so I'm kind of selective about where I go.
Okay, all right.
There's the promotion that Geek's trying to hit up in November called CCW. Have you ever heard of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you ever go, message the Dudes at Ringside page. Geek's thinking of going next time he's in Florida, so let him know. He'll have somebody else to give a sticker to. So he'll have someone. That's another way you can get our sticker. I could just.
There you go.
There's CCW and there's Magic City Wrestling as well.
I didn't have the t-shirt. Sorry, dude. I forgot to put your t-shirt in the background today. My bad. I'm on there.
Sorry, Vinny. Right?
Oh, we just got a new follower. Oh, flower power. Look at that.
There you go. This deserves a woo, by the way.
Right? Here we go.
There you go.
You wouldn't believe this last interview we had.
No, two interviews. It was 2 interviews ago.
This last interview. This was crazy. We were talking to the girl. We were in the middle of our interview, and 7 new followers came in at one time.
As soon as she came on the screen. It scared
me half to death because I always watch Twitch. And I watch the guys and girls playing the game, and then they see the screen light up with the figure and the names. And the girl's like, oh my God. The guy's freaking, oh, dude. And I'm just like, oh my God. So, who trained you?
I started in Daytona actually next month, it'll be 4 years. And I started at a little school called Go Wrestle that's up there with Kyle Blizzard. And then this past March, I just kind of needed a new challenge. So I moved on over to Devon Dudley's school over in Orlando.
When you see Devon, tell him he came on Dudes at Ringside and tell him they would absolutely love to interview him because as a teen, being a little Puerto Rican boy, watching Devon Dudley team with Bubba Ray and win all those tag team titles, absolutely. I was so blown away to watch him and Bubba win those belts. You know, like, oh, we have someone chiming in. Yeah. So yeah, if you get a chance, please. And I got my tie dye on. See, I got my bracelet.
There you go.
I found that today. I actually had it on. I'm like, oh, wear this bracelet today. Geek,
I got my bracelet.
Huh? Here you go. Geek.
I'll have it. All right. What was your first match like in front of a crowd?
Oh boy. So it was kind of a surprise. Part of my training was getting in and working as a ref at first while I was doing the training behind the scenes. And I was reffing a match against the current women's champion at Go Wrestle at the time. Actually, I think she's the champion again at this time. And her name is Savannah Thorne. She's really good. She came out and she was supposed to face somebody, but her opponent never showed. So she's just in the ring waiting and waiting. The music's playing. Nobody's coming out. So she picks up the mic and she starts mouthing the crowd. Now, we ran shows every week at that time. So I know this crowd, like these are my people. I've been seeing these guys every week and I've been reffing matches in front of them. And she's just sitting there like trash talking the crowd. And I was like, okay, that's it. You want somebody to wrestle? I'll wrestle you. So I just kind of like took off the ref shirt, threw it away, and ding ding.
That's crazy. That like, that's crazy that like, that nobody showed up, and then you pulled out the referee shirts, and then there you go, ding ding, you become a wrestler.
That's kind of how like they started the storyline with Sage, as a wrestler. He started cleaning the ring and like wiping down the ropes and everything. And then this guy in the story just beats him down. His name's Joey Conway. I don't know if you're familiar with him, are you? Or,
he's from Florida. He's a Florida wrestler. He wrestles on Long Island, and he also wrestles in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
Traveling back and forth from Florida to Long Island every summer to wrestle. That's dedication right there,
Yeah.
That's totally. You must have lots of good friends or a big
frequent flyer mile.
You know what I mean? Like that flyer mile is totally everything that's going on in the world. Imagine having to like can't wrestle because everything's going on. You have to stay in Florida.
So anyway, he beats down this kid, and then he's like clean the ring, and then he becomes a wrestler. So that's part of the story. That's part of the story, though. That's part of the story. Yeah. So
it was just really kind of exciting because I didn't honestly know, and I didn't have time to prepare because it was one of those things where it's like, okay, we're gonna do this. Thankfully we had other refs that night.
Yeah, you don't want to get
that wasn't always the case. Sometimes you get that one ref who has the Iron Man the whole show, and thankfully it was not the case that night.
So what? Go ahead, Joe.
Go geek. I'll go after.
I just was gonna ask what our opinion on intergender wrestling was.
Oh, I've done it before. Several times actually, and I have no issues with it. I think that a lot of the women you'll see out there right now work just as hard as the guys. And if you've seen some of the physique on some of these women, they could definitely pound some of these guys into the ground.
Oh, yeah.
I have done tag team stuff. I've done singles, and it's a lot of fun. And it's definitely a different challenge than wrestling another woman.
Yeah, like people think that women are like women. Some guys think that women's wrestlers are, they're just dainty and small. Dude, half the stories.
Not anymore.
No, not these days. These girls, some girls we follow on Instagram that I watch their stories, and they're like Christina Marie. Oh my gosh, that girl works out like Hulk Hogan in the 80s, not like with the physical. Like she does the squat thing with the arms. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, she could lift me and Geek up with both our arms and run down the street like Brock Lesnar with the logs on his shoulders in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Megan,
it's crazy.
yeah,
So,
Megan Mason's another one.
oh yeah, Megan Mason. Oh jeez.
And Lee Frost, you have Davian. I wouldn't want to fight those, you know?
Have you ever heard of Davian? Not America's Sweetheart.
No.
She's a Boston-based wrestler. I don't know if she travels to
Yeah.
Florida. I don't know, but yeah.
I know, we have Jordan Grace, I think, is down here.
Jordan Grace, she's amazing, you know?
Yeah. That's goals right there.
There's another hippie wrestler that if you ever come to New York, you definitely have to. I would love to have you do an intergender tag team match with him. His name is Man Bun Jesus.
Okay, I'll have to look him up.
Oh God, you're gonna. If you guys ever team up and you ever come to New York and go to NYWC, please let me know. We're like me and Geek and Man Bun Jesus are like this. So that promo right there would have to be the funniest thing. We'll have like Man Bun, I think I have the perfect girl for you to be friends with. Who, dude? What is it? Oh my God, Man Bun Jesus. You have to watch our promo. We did a interview with him, and it's just so typical me being the director. we're gonna do a interview. Okay, where do you want to go? And I'm like, let's go over there. And it was like the woods, and I'm like, he was like, oh, cool. What do you want me to do? When I stand here, I was like, no. It was like a trail, like a trail, like you're coming out of a trail.
Mm-hmm.
Go in there. He's like,
I might actually have it if you want me to cue it up.
oh my God, let's see if you have it. But it's so funny. My voice is, I don't know, I got so excited because, you know, I haven't really seen wrestlers in person since the pandemic. And meeting a wrestler right in front of me instead of being on a computer screen was so perfect. It was so funny.
He's actually coming on the podcast if you wanted to stop by.
Yeah, in December.
In December, he's coming. Yeah.
I know. We've got kind of a growing faction starting down here, so I was actually thinking about trying to get some of these guys together and have a groovy little stable going.
Ooh, wow. What would you call it? The HWO?
No, it would probably be the commune.
The commune. I would say the hippie world order. You'd be like, instead of like the creepy, and it would be like and have like the tie-dye colors instead of the black and white. Be the tie-dye world order, man. I'll have to make the logo. Did you find it?
I did find it, actually. I'm going to see if
there we go. Here it is. He found it.
Let's see if I could cue it up now.
Oh, jeez. That giggle. So cute. Oh, geez. Here it goes. He put the... Oh, God. Look at me. Is it playing? Oh, God.
Me, jump to the junior end. The middle group. What's going on, dude? We're supposed to be interviewing someone. I don't know. We were told to come over. Hello there, gentlemen. What's going on? Oh, my God. Jesus, welcome. Oh, my God, Jesus. I am so excited to be back at the NYWC or the Summer Love at Hope Lutheran Church. It is an unreal time, and the main event is coming up, guys. I'm about to get in there, actually. I'm pretty hyped. I'm not going to lie to you. How's it feel? I am stoked to see them. I'm stoked to hear them. This is truly one of the best days of the year. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is truly one of the best days of the year to see the wrestling fans back. We just had fans back at SmackDown last night. Huge clap. That's what I'm talking about. This is awesome. I'm going to because I'm so excited to be back here. You know, we're about 20 minutes away from the return of Man Bun Jesus in the ring. You know, I got friends here. I got family here. We got the dudes here. You know, the dudes are here. And I'm so hyped to be on the Dudes at Ringside podcast coming up this December. You can have that full in-depth interview with Man Bun Jesus. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Oh, yes.
And it was Eliza, it was kind of funny for me. That was the very first time I've actually wore the red glasses in public. Because I'm watching him wearing them in my bedroom, talking on a microphone, talking to my computer screen. And no, I kind of fibbed right there because I wore them the day before the show. Was it the day before the show, Geek?
Yeah.
In public, going to get coffee. In Long Island, I was like walking around the streets of Long Island, mean streets of Long Island, in my red glasses and my I think I was wearing the hat and the T-shirt, and some dude recognized me as we walked out of out of Geek Lab.
Nice.
And he said, I think wasn't I wearing my regular glasses? I can't remember.
Yeah. No, you have them right here on the shirt. In the
my shirt. And he's like, "You look familiar," and I was like, so they're like, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're Joe Panther the Third, Joe Jr. And you're the man, okay? Oh my God!" I was waiting for him to go.
Swoon.
Yeah, swoon. I was like, why can't I ever get a girl to do that? Come on.
See, I've walked into 7-Elevens and gone through drive-thrus in my gear, and nobody's recognized me yet.
Aw, that's sad.
Sometimes you just want to get changed after a match.
Yeah. And it's funny, Geek wanted to kill me. That day I went to see him. I was supposed to be there earlier, but we had to put one of my Dalshins down, and it was sad. Yeah. Do you have any pets?
Currently, I have 9 cats.
I like cats. My sister has 2. Well, now 3 or 4 because her girlfriend's cats and her cats. It's like 4. I think it's 3.
We just got 2 more on Sunday. Friend, he had taken them in. His brother was a vet, and somebody had just dropped these 2 poor cats off and surrendered them to the office. And so he ended up taking them in, but then somebody brought in 12 kittens.
Oh.
So he needed to find someone to take the 2 older cats. So since I've already got 7, I was like, okay. So now I have 9.
Cats are always fun, but then you got to be careful if one gets territorial of you on the couch and that one wants to lay with you, and then the other one sees it, and it's like you
yeah, for the most part, they all get along. The 2 new ones are still trying to like figure it out. So there's some hissing and noises and other unpleasantness, but it'll probably be okay in like a week or so.
Yeah, my sister's cat, Gypsy, talks.
Aww.
Like, he'll walk over to him, and I didn't know what she was doing. And I walked over, I'm like gonna pet her, and she's like, wah, 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 wah. I'm like, wah, wah, wah. It's like that thing, that noise activated thing you see around Halloween, like the bowl with the hand, and it makes that. And my sister walks up and goes, Randy, she's talking to you, she's telling you hi, and she wants you to pet her. It looks like she wanted to close my eyes after she kept doing this. And then and I'm like, to me, I hear those sounds, I'm thinking, no, it means no.
Yeah, I've talkers, I've got huggers, cuddlers.
It's always good to have a good batch, because the animals these days, like I have the one Dalshin now. He's Mr. Serious. Yeah, he has to really warm up to you to be like, hey, we're cool. But the golden doodle that ever so Spiffy has,
the mascot,
he says that you're gonna offend somebody if my mom listens to this podcast or watches it.
Well, I don't see.
I have told you so many times, Dexter Morgan, the Doodlebug man. He's gonna. Then you come to my house.
I don't see his pictures on the screen, Joe.
Honey in heaven right now is offended. See, this is her offended face. She is offended in heaven right now. She's looking into the camera and going, "How can you forget me? The day that Joe came to see you, I had to get put to sleep. You big bully." Like, I still have pictures. You think maybe when you lose a dog, you get rid of their pictures?
No. I still have photos of my dog, and it's been a couple of years now. Aww.
Fuzzy one is Honey, and the one with he always look regal. Doesn't he look so regal in that picture? He's like,
Joe, eventually you need to send me those pictures so I can put them on the screen instead of getting glare.
Maybe at the end of the show. And this is Queen Gypsy, a little Gypsy. I think she was still little. She's bigger now. That's Gypsy the. Oh wow. Oh, I lie. She goes whoa, whoa, whoa. That's how she talks. She makes quails. Quill.
I
And
got.
there's Mr. Dexter. That's Dexter the Doodlebug
Aww.
Morgan. He was named after the show. Dexter?
Yeah.
His name is the full name of the character, Dexter Morgan. But his middle name is Doodlebug. So it's
Aw.
Dexter Doodlebug Morgan. My people are like, the Doodlebug? I'm like, yeah. Remember he's named after the serial killer, so I think you'll get an ankle full if you make fun. And he's serious. Like if you don't know Dexter and you try to run up on him like Dexter or puppies, just like
My mom's best friend had a dachshund, and her last name was Frank, so she named him Ballpark.
That's great. That's great.
He was an ankle biter.
Ooh. Like Dexter, he's a good boy. Like he'll protect, but if he sees something he doesn't like, he chased the guy running on the street. He just went, woof. My dad's like, Dexter, no. And I'm like, don't just say no, chase him. He's gonna get kicked. He's gonna get kicked.
Yeah, Rook the dog talks to you.
Aw.
That's the one picture that Ever So Spiffy has.
He talks like he'll speak to you. Like you try to argue with him, he'll growl back at you. You tell him no, he goes, "Arr," like that. Like he'll start growling, and then I'll be like,
"Got mad at me, Rookie, because Rook, I was sitting here with my microphone. Rook was in the background, and I was just like, and so I'm hopping back and forth and staring into the camera behind Geek, and I just let out this like 80s creepy pit bull bark growl into the microphone. I was just like,
and he started growling back.
He growled back. You want to play? It's in dog language. I don't even know what grr means in different dogs, but he's like, "Oh, you want to fight, huh?" He's like, "Geek, back up! I got this. Hold my beer. I got this."
Rook doesn't care who you are. He will pick a fight with a pit bull. A pit bull. He will fight that dog.
So here we go. Yeah. So, out of all your opponents you've had so far in your career, like who would be like your favorite one you've faced so far?
That's kind of a tough one. I think I might have to say that it's Savannah Thorne, because I've gone against her a couple of times, and she's the one that I had my first match with.
That's the one with the lines on her face, right? Like almost like a witch.
No, that's Chelsea Durden. Yeah, Savannah, she always pushes me, and she's so good in the ring. She's so tough. And she's got this killer chop that one of these days I'm going to get payback for. There's clips of it floating around on my walls somewhere, if you can find them, where she throws you off the rope, and as you're coming in, most people would just like clothesline you to knock you off your feet. She will just straight up chop your chest while you're full bore running towards her, and it's like a shotgun going off.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's, oh man, but she always pushes me to be my best, and it's one of these days I'm gonna get the W on her.
We'll do it. Magic. Dudes at Ringside Magic coming your way. The screen. We always like to send our wrestlers magic because you got a little magic with you tonight. You have your championship title, so we know we love showing the title. So that shows you have your own magic in your world of your title. So there it is, shiny gold right there. Because I always feel bad because a lot of the wrestlers we have on, they are champions, but they're like, "Oh, my championship's in my room," or "Championship's downstairs in the bag," and I'm just like, "Oh, we had a girl."
No, you gotta keep that thing close.
Yeah, because like we had.
It could be like the 24/7 title. Someone could say, "Oh, I think I'm going to go and take this."
like what's his like I said his like Snake from The Simpsons. Yoink. So have you ever heard of Stormy Renee?
The name rings a bell,
Uh,
but I don't think I've ever met her.
She's sweet, super sweet.
so who are some of your inspirations, you'd say?
Um,
In wrestling that inspired you to become a wrestler?
One of my earlier inspirations was actually Rey Mysterio, because as a kid I would watch wrestling sometimes with my grandmother because she had like the biggest crush on the Undertaker. And you'd see like Rey Mysterio get on there, and I'm not a tall person if you've seen photographs. So seeing somebody small that could just outrun these guys and like his feet never touched the ground. It was just really cool to see that wrestling could be for everybody, not just for like the big muscular guys.
He opened the door. Sorry.
Yeah.
I cried the day when he won the world heavyweight title for the first time. My voice gets shaky every time I say it. I was watching. It was that the Rumble? Geek. I remember that. All I remember is I cried so hard I shook. My body was shaking. I went in. If there was some footage of this, Jimmy didn't even make a video of this, my buddy. But I went through the whole thing. Like when I counted when what's name won at WrestleMania 35 when he won the title over Daniel Bryan.
Coffee.
When Kofi won.
Kofi, yeah.
When you have to go on my Instagram page, Joe Panther the Third, go down when WrestleMania 35 happened. I posted it right after it happened, and it happened. My reaction happened so perfect at that moment. Actually, it did get a little F up because right when before he kicked kind of the three, I was like 1, 2, like that, and I stopped, and then I kept videotaping myself. But when Rey Mysterio Jr. won that title, I cried so hard. I don't know why I cried. I think I just cried because he's a little guy, and he just.
Yeah.
I watched Rey since I was in high school.
You were so happy when the Lucha Brothers won the tag title.
Oh my god! I'm not a fan of AEW, but that match was
a match.
That match was insane,
and they told a great story. All four of them told a great story. Like
I was free. I almost started crying. I was like, that was so cool. And I was a grandpa, because my grandfather was a luchador back in the 50s and 60s.
But they were faces,
and he was a heel. So he'd be like, "Why are you cheering for the other guys? They're good. Those are good guys. But grandpa, they're wearing masks. You should be proud. But they're wussies because they're face." And hats. And my grandpa, my grandfather, he passed away.
But the Lucha Brothers were heels in AEW before, so yeah, they were.
My grandfather's the big reason why I love wrestling so much, that I feel I have like a separate connection with the wrestling world than most people. Like whenever I bond with a wrestler, I feel like it's my grandfather coming through me, speaking to the wrestlers, and telling them before they speak to me, they start messaging us, and his way of messaging them via their ear in the heaven, saying, "Be nice to Randy and Lance or Geek. Be nice to them because they love it like you. They're fans, but they feel we love wrestling so much that we want to help the indie wrestlers any way we can. If we can't go to your show, we'll help you by showing your posters, by showing your clips, like the clips you sent us. You sent us the one. What was the name of that finisher? I know I call it the Famouser. What was the one you?
Yeah, I don't have a interesting name for it yet. I'm actually kind of transitioning finishers at the moment. I have one that I've been doing for a while. I called the Flower Power Pedigree, but I kind of had to put that to the side because I was having knee issues, and that one lands right on the knees.
Oh.
Yeah. What was that one that you did on the leg drop? What was it called again?
Just the regular leg drop. I call it the doobie drop.
Yes, I wanted you to say it because I saw it on the Instagram, and I'm like, I want her to say.
Yeah, those are the only names that I really. Oh, and I had another finisher was the cutter that William Regal used to do, and I was calling that the head trip.
Yeah. So yeah, like, I wanted you to say the name of the finisher because I heard it on your Instagram, and I was just like, I'm gonna have her.
Yeah,
say
that one's not a finisher. The doobie drop is just a regular old leg drop. It's a signature.
Do you have any stories from the ring or that you could tell? Or training or
trying to think.
road
Crazy
trips
stuff
or
always happens. It's hard to tell. I mean, like I've gotten hurt a couple of times, and you know what? Like any wrestler will tell you this. Anytime we get hurt, it's not doing something cool. It's not like, yeah, I was diving off the top rope. It was like, no, I was trying to get in the ring and I tripped and fell. Like stupid things like that. It's always something dumb that you get hurt on. It's never anything cool. So it always makes the stories awkward. Just like, yeah, I had this injury once and it was, I fell over.
It's kind of like what you call it? Sid Vicious's ankle break. That's like that's something simple, but it's like he's coming off the top rope and he's just doing like an axe, but instead he landed wrong right on the knee and shattered it. So
there was a clip going around a little while ago of an indie wrestler who jumped up onto the second buckle for his entrance, and then when he jumped down, it looked like he broke both of his legs.
I never seen that one.
It was bad.
There was another botch where someone was trying to do a shooting star press, and instead of doing the shooting star press, they fell and they hit the turnbuckle head first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there at least you can say I was doing a shooting star press, like my first injury, it was a shoulder injury, and I was learning a fireman throw.
Yeah.
Like basic amateur wrestling move, and landed right on my shoulder. So it's never the fun stuff.
There was another one that I saw that the guy was on the turnbuckle. I think he was doing the shooting. I think that was one you just mentioned.
I think I sent that one to you, Joe.
He does the cross and he goes backwards and he just like his neck goes. He goes boom. He goes back and he goes down. And the wrestler, the opponent. I don't know if he was a heel or face. He went in for the pin, and I was like. I said the Geek. I called him after I said, Geek, watch the video. And then I called him 5 seconds later. I said, Geek, what did that wrestler make a mistake doing? He's like, I don't know. I was like, he pinned the wrestler. If the person's knocked out in the ring and the referee is going over to see he's okay and he's not moving away from the guy, don't walk over the wrestler and try to pin him. Like,
it's a heel move. But it's a heel move though.
Some guys just want the W.
It's a heel move. I mean, you're gonna get the heat on that, so it's perfect. You might as well try to sell the story and get the heat on it.
Like, and thanks for coming in and watching us, Pat. But I'm sorry, this is my podcast, and I like to talk to the guest. I just got a little scared, freaked out for that wrestler. Fell on the ground. He could have been concussed and could have got hurt. Really, really bad. Like I feel for all you wrestlers, like you guys, when you get injured and like we think it's staged, but we find out the next day or an hour later on WrestleZone or back in the day, no DQ. Blah blah blah. Injured.
Blast in the past, right there.
I said the word no DQ. Oh geez.
No DQ.
AKA your computer has 10,000 viruses now. Is that? Do you remember that back in the day when you were like the first?
I think it's still around, to be honest. I think No DQ is still around.
I actually found it on my browser thing. I'm like, did I just go on the website and get hacked? Because like that freaks me out. Like thinking like we're at a wrestling show, we watch someone wrestle, and they walk out all with the helper. I'm like, it's part of the show, and then find out the next day he broke his neck. You know, like that. Oh my god!
I had one match that I was reffing. It was for a speedweight title, and the champion put the challenger up on his shoulders. He was doing a go to sleep, and just caught the guy in the nose, blood everywhere.
Oh, jeez.
And he got up and he kept moving. Like he kept going, even though like it's just like squirting everywhere at this point.
Oh.
And I think he actually won the match, and he took the blood and he just like kind of wiped it and like yelled and just like bam, like right on his chest, like a big bloody handprint. Oh. But like, that one was rough. Like I kept asking him, I was like, dude, do you want to call it? Like, can you continue? Like I can stop this now. And he's like, no, keep going.
That's insane, because that's all adrenaline right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like you or me just sitting there like, well, I do swimming and I have a bad shoulder, and sometimes I can't. I think I'm not gonna be able to do the last lap of the butterfly, and the adrenaline button strikes, and I'm like, gotta do this. You gotta finish it.
Yeah, people are cheering you, booing you, whatever it is. That's the adrenaline, right?
Adrenaline hits. There's times you could see in wrestlers' eyes, like back in the aggression era with Cena, when he got injured and he was bleeding. That match against JBL. I don't know if you remember the match. What match was that? When he faced JBL and he was just.
Was that one at Judgment Day or?
I think it was Judgment Day.
Not the false count. That was in First Blood. What was it? I know the exact match you're talking about. The one after he won the title for the first time.
Yeah.
Right.
His face was covered in blood. It looked like something out of a horror movie. It looked like something out of Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And there's pictures that my dad has sent me on his Instagram. Say, Randy, what do you think of this? The one where Cena broke his nose.
Yeah.
Have you seen that picture? It's just.
And Becky too, when Nia bopped Becky and broke her nose.
Oh yeah. Have you ever broken your nose yet in the ring?
No, I have not. I haven't broken anything in the ring, thankfully. I haven't really gotten injured in a match. I'm hoping to keep it that way.
Okay, I got another question for you.
Wait. Just while we're on the topic about broken noses, Joe, you remember Britt Baker also broke her nose as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then not only she
a long while back, if you remember that one.
Trish broke her nose.
Yeah, but you remember what she did after she broke her nose, right?
Didn't she pop it back in?
No, she released a T-shirt.
Oh yeah, the
Britt Baker. She had the T-shirt with the bloody nose on it.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch do the same thing.
Yeah, she did the same exact thing.
So
it's great marketing.
Yeah. I think I need to break my nose and make a T-shirt out of it. But the glasses have to be like this then on the thing. Joe Alphabet, got to make my picture like me like this, like the blood trickling down the sides of the mustache. No, because as I like to say, this is the best mustache in the business. So, sexy panther in the heat. So, from anybody that you've like met in the business, like Devon, what kind of advice has he given you so far that you've ran with?
So much. Actually, I just had a match with one of the other students on Saturday, and he critiqued the match. I was talking to him over lunch a little bit today about it, and he will tell you the truth. He's not going to sugarcoat it, and try to not hurt your feelings. Like, he's not going to be rude about it, but he will tell you like what you need to work on, and he will be honest with you. And there's a lot of things that he pointed out that I've been trying to work on a little bit, but with my knee injury, I'm kind of having trouble training at the moment. So it's kind of tough, and I'm just trying to write everything down and make sure that once I get back to 100%, that I can go in and really put it in practice.
Who's somebody you would love to work with? Like it could be anybody. Like in the future.
I know a couple of my dream matches.
Yeah.
Asuka's one of my dream matches. She's so good. And let's see, Thunder Rosa is another one. And I think at some point it would be pretty groovy to tag team with Chris Statlander, because I could just see that, a hippie and an alien working together.
That'd be awesome.
That just seems like fun to me.
The marketing could be so cool. Like the T-shirt wise, have like a tie-dye shirt. The tie-dye shirt. Oh my god, the tie-dye
Galaxy. Like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like the shirt would have like the spaceship with her, like a cartoon of you and her. Like you're on the back of the spaceship holding on, like like that. Have her like on the top of the spaceship, all like that. And have you both or on the back going like this and have a sing boop.
Yeah. It would be even cooler if your promotion brought in Chris Statlander.
Yeah, but some of those folks, they're good and they charge a lot to bring them in, and they're worth it. But a lot of promotions can't afford the price sometimes. So
yeah, we try to get wrestlers that don't charge here.
Yeah,
and, like we're like, oh, we're gonna get this girl, and then we get the spiel, and I'm just like, now my mom, she helps us with this stuff because she's really good at marketing and stuff like that, and she wrote my script that we send to the wrestlers. And we didn't have that before. Now when they do it, I wonder why we don't hear back from a lot of wrestlers, because it says we don't pay for interviews. We do this out of the love of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And some folks, I mean, like when you get into the big times, like into the big promotions like that, your time is all spent around that. Like you're either in the gym or in the ring, and sometimes those spare moments that you get to yourself, you just want to get compensated if it gets taken away for a bit. And I totally get that. I have lots of free time, so I don't mind.
Well, we're happy we got you on the podcast, and it was as I say, like we were saying before we were live, it was so funny how we met is through Facebook. Like Facebook, like seeing, oh, she seems cool, and then I messaged you quickly after you accepted my friend request and said, hey, we would love to have you come on the podcast, and ding, here you are, and you're not any other guest. How does it feel to be our 99th guest on our podcast?
Just one shy of 100, almost hit triple digits.
One Friday you would have been 100. I feel like one day
you had to fight Casey Fox.
Yeah. You know who she is, Casey Fox?
I've heard her name, and I've seen her. I've seen some of her photos and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you really want to, you could come for the 100th episode on Friday. You could
pop in and want to hang out with us
on Friday.
That's right. I'm getting beat up by a physical therapist on Friday, so
I'm
going to the gym so I can beat myself up.
Yeah, well, if you have time tomorrow, whatever, you could just, if you want to make a video for us congratulating us on 100 episodes, you can shoot us a video. We'll post it and show some love.
Okay.
Cool. So, what is your favorite food?
Chocolate peanut butter.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it explains some things. But yeah, I'm kind of a sweets person, and that's been really tough lately because I've been trying to cut back. But it's almost Halloween season, and Reese's put out those pumpkins again, and it's so hard.
I've been seeing them for the past few months because I work in a grocery store, as I mentioned, Key Food, and I'm like, it was like late September, and I was going, Muhammad. Oh, early, like before September, I was like, Muhammad, really? He's like, oh, that Joe. You know we get these in early. Don't talk about that. You know that's going to be sitting in the corner. Yeah, with a tarp on it. Yeah, for a few months.
Yeah, but they're really good.
I know. It's
So
weird.
I have a 6-pack downstairs, and I've only eaten one. So I've been very about that.
Oh boy.
Where's the dream places you would love to travel to for wrestling?
I'd like to go up north and hit like the tri-state area. I think that would be really cool because I know a couple people up there. I told you guys I know Adina Steele. She's
Yeah.
up there. Lizzie Thorne. There's a couple other folks that I've worked with up there. So it'd be really cool to travel there. I'm working on Oklahoma. So I know Oklahoma doesn't sound so thrilling, but pretty much getting out of the state would be a dream for me because Florida, you see a lot of the same people. We have a lot of talent coming in right now. But for the last couple of years, it's been like a lot of the same people. So any chance to get out there and face somebody new.
I get that.
Yeah, we have 2 promotions here in the East Coast called VPW and the New York Wrestling Connection. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
I've heard of the first one, PPW.
VPW, Victory
You
Pro.
will fit in perfectly there because they let you run with your gimmick and they'll let you do. Oh, we have that gimmick. They let you run wild. They let you go crazy with your gimmick and your character. They'll say, "Oh, your character is a mean character that punches people in the face, like Mason, formerly
Megan Mason,
like Megan Mason." Go for it. Beat
Yeah.
snap on people.
Yeah.
You're a hippie. Tie-dye it up. Go for it. Like
there's a what is there's a 1-man boy band there. No, I swear he's awesome though. He's a great worker.
He had a 90s icon bring him out to the ring.
Nice.
Was it K7?
It was K7. K7 introduced him to the ring.
I'm not gonna play the song. I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. yeah, we met him too. Cool.
Yeah, his name is the 1-man boy band. His name's Eric James. He's awesome, by the way. And there's other characters over there, but
there's the coach.
The coach, he's like 80s gym coach. He has like the mustache and everything, and the whistle comes out.
Mustache fight. I let him win because his mustache looks like a total like Tom Selleck mustache. Mine's just a baby mustache. I'm trying to grow it in. Like it's so funny. I get out of the shower and I'm like combing I don't have any hair in my head, so I have to comb here.
They have a tag team that dresses exactly the same as each other, and their both names are Steve.
So it's the Even Stevens.
Oh gosh.
You would fall on your butt laughing because they wear like this sweatshirt, like was a geek. It's like
a sweater vest.
A sweater vest.
And they have like a shirt that says "Best in the World."
And they do this. Their trademark is this, like pointing palm point.
We had a tag team that they didn't necessarily split up, but they went off to do singles stuff for a while, called Task Force down here, and those guys are hysterical. They actually have socks with each other's faces on them. They've done crazy stuff, like the one guy took a tornado DDT from a traffic cone.
Ooh.
What?
And was almost pinned by a traffic cone. I actually had a tag team match against them once and brought out a vape, and my partner was an Irish lass, and she brought out her flask, and we kind of pre-gamed them before the bell rang, so it made things a little bit easier. But those guys they're just absolute fun. The one guy actually, they've both been on WWE a couple of times, and the one guy was just on NXT like last week, or I think it was NXT or 205 Live. NXT, yeah. Dante Marquise Carter. He's a really cool guy. If you get a chance, look him up.
Cool.
He helped with my training and stuff because he went to the same school I started at.
Remember Bobby Lashley and Lana's wedding?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Actually, Lana's first husband was the one-man boy band. So that, so if you want to watch that segment again, you say, "Wow!" It's like, yeah,
That's the guy.
that's the guy they were talking about.
And one of the even Stevens got punched by Becky Lynch in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, he plays a security guard, and every time I go over his table, there's the big picture of him and Becky Lynch punching like this.
What a memory! Oh yeah, you're the guy I punched in the face. Like, that's my horrible. And you know what's funny? Me doing my impressions and interviewing people from all over. This is a funny story from wrestling / work. Joe, like more breaking kayfabe. My regular Joe had brown glasses hair. I'm at work. This Irish lady's coming up, asking me stuff, and I go, "Oh, that's over there. Oh, I want to ask you. I like your accent. Is that a Irish accent?" And I turn around, and she goes, "Oh my god, you're good. You're really good at that. Yeah, it is Irish. How'd you know?" And I said, "I interview wrestlers from all over the world." She's like, "Doing what?" And I said, "Professional wrestling." But then this is where it gets funny. She's like, "Oh, you should interview my fellow countryman." And that's the guy that what's his name? Oh god, the one that keeps getting in trouble that does the MMA for us fighting. What's
Conor
his name?
McGregor?
Yeah, you should interview Conor McGregor. And I'm just like, it's like, yeah, I didn't want to be mean to her because she seemed older, and I said, "Yeah, he's one of my dream interviews." I totally I went total heel right there. You heard add the booze in the background. I was like, "Hey, he's my dream interview." Gotta get back to work. I was like, I just lied to this lady. I just lied to this lady. So, do you have anywhere the fans could find your merch?
I have a shop on prowrestlingtees.com. Just go looking for Eliza Hayes. And also on knockoutshop.com. If you look for Eliza Hayes, I have some merch there too. They are the promotion that I currently have the title with. This nice little shiny thing right here.
Oh yeah. Do you have any? I'm gonna ask you that question.
What was like the craziest bump you ever taken? You'd say.
Probably a Samoan on the thumbtacks, just because of the thumbtacks. Oh man, that's not fun.
No.
Those are real thumbtacks.
Mm-hmm.
Either that one or I did a kind of like super superplex last winter, where there were two other girls, and I just kind of like they were setting up for a superplex on the turnbuckle, and I just kind of like scooped it underneath them in a power slam and just kind of took both of them down.
It's crazy. It was funny I was thinking of that question because we always ask the guests like, what is the match that you would be like if a promoter came up to you and said, do you want to do, would you go for a death match? But now we know you do the tax. But would you be down if the promoter said, okay, we're gonna have you do a death match tonight against like, I guess I don't know anybody that many people in your promotion. They're gonna have you face one of the girls in a death match. Would you do it?
I might. It kind of depends. Like I've done chairs, kendos. I haven't gone through a table yet. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. I thought that would have happened by now.
Yeah, working with Devon.
He hasn't trained you to go to the tables.
He gets the tables.
He gets the tables. He hasn't put you through them. That's Bubba's job, right?
That's Bubba. Bubba saying, "No, I get the table. I don't put you through the table. I watch you go through the table."
No, actually, Devon does put you through the table when he does the 3D.
He hasn't put me through a table. Tables are expensive, so you got to watch how you use those.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I got taught by an indie wrestler from California. If I'm going to go through a table, tuck your neck. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Tuck your chin.
Tuck your chin.
Definitely.
So is that the correct way, or is he just lying to us saying?
No. You pretty much anything you do, if you're not landing like on your face, you want to tuck your chin. There's one exception, and I just totally blanked on it. One of the WWE superstars, his finish, if you tuck your chin, then you're gonna die. Just because of the way that you land on it, it's gonna snap your neck.
I think it was RKO. I think
That's
No, it's not the RKO.
Styles Clash, right?
I think that might be it.
Because I remember Styles doing the Styles Clash in Japan to someone, and he almost broke their neck.
Yeah, it might be that. If I remember it later, I'll mess it.
It wasn't his fault though. It wasn't his fault. It was the other wrestler's fault because he tuck his chin in. So
yeah, and oof.
it was a nasty bump, by the way.
Yeah, I bet. But yeah, for the most part, that's true because you always want to protect your neck.
Yeah.
Because if you let your neck kind of loose, what happens is you get whiplash.
Uh-huh.
And I've had that happen enough times where your head just kind of like goes back and smacks the ring, and it's not soft.
The one sorry, go ahead.
That's okay.
Good. I cut you off. Sorry about that.
I was just saying, if you smack your head on that ring, you're gonna see stars for a few minutes.
Yeah. I was gonna say that the One Wing Angel is another move where if you're not careful, you could hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So do you think? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, there's a lot of moves out there that are dangerous. There are a lot of moves that look simple, but you can get hurt very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything do you collect anything?
I collect different things. I have like a bunch of Robin Hood stuff from like the original Disney Robin Hood.
Wow, that's cool.
The Fox, like anything I can find from that, like I just kind of hoard it. And I also really like Alice in Wonderland. If you ever see me go into a show and I have my mask on, I have a Cheshire Cat mask.
Oh wow, that's cool. Have you ever see? There's other reason you need to come to New York. To go to Central Park to go see the Alice in Wonderland statue.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that thing. I've seen pictures of it 10,000 times, like on Instagram pages or like on people's walls, like a picture of the painting. It is a big painting of I think Alice and I think the Cheshire Cat. And
I love the Cheshire Cat.
Who doesn't? I know a girl that had the Cheshire Cat tattooed on her, like on her arm.
That's the next tattoo I want to get. Like if I go get another tattoo, I want to get Cheshire Cat wearing the Hatter's top hat, and it spells out the quote about "I knew who I was this morning, but I've changed since then." And then in the grin, it says "We're all mad here." Is really cool. Like I want to get that on my thigh. But I just got this guy the other night.
Oh, cool. That's me after too many drinks. That's me after too many drinks.
I have an actual hat. I've done the costume a couple of times.
Oh, that's cool. I collect pops. I have some pops. I'm not like the guys that I'm on a podcast. Geek has a CM Punk one.
Nice.
I have a limited edition Zack Ryder pop.
Ooh.
I'm a huge Ghost.
You gotta get the GCW one when it comes out.
I may need to get that one too. Is it gonna have blood on it?
If it comes out, if the GCW, they have to. Come on, Zach, get on it. You gotta talk to Funko, man. I'm a
huge Ghostbusters fan because that's my original name on Instagram was Ghostbuster Joe. I don't know why I took it out of the box. I guess I'm such a childhood Ghostbusters fan. I have an Egon Spangler pop right on top of my bureau over here. I have a Slimer and a Stay Puft Marshall Man one behind me, behind the wall here. I have Mike from Stranger Things. What else I have? I need more.
Yeah.
I need one of me and Geek. I need someone to be friendly and just go make a mini Joe Panther the Third and a mini Metal Geek. And
You
even
can go to the website and design them.
Yeah.
I'm
I
thinking
heard.
about doing that and just surprising Geek and show him, here's your pop. Now shut up. Like,
Yeah, I have an entire bookshelf of pops downstairs.
well, there's a question for you. Has anybody ever brought you anything like a doll that looks like that they made of you or anything like that?
I had one fan who did one a while back, and he tried to send it to me, but it never came.
Aw.
And I've had folks draw pictures and stuff, so that's always really cool. I have one little fan out here who comes to see my shows, and she actually gave me a present that had like little flower power makeup stuff in it. So it's always really neat to get stuff from the fans. I have a little collection of like little doodads and bobs that people have given me.
That's cool. Geek.
I'll have it then.
Well, I don't have anything else to say either. But do you have any shows? You have any upcoming shows you want to promote?
I do. I have October 9th. I'm actually defending my knockout championship against Anna Diaz. She's the one that was in the clip of the Famouser that I sent you. So
Yeah.
she's coming back for round 2, and I am definitely ready for that. She's tough. She hits hard, and she really wants this title. So that one's going to be tricky. I've got that one coming up, and I'm actually doing customs in Tennessee later in October, and I'll have like a link for where you can actually like purchase matches and even like kind of write your own custom matches.
Yeah.
We want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the accept on. Usually we do it through Dudes at Ringside. It was through Facebook. It's through my own Facebook. So thank you so much for like just talking to random people you don't know, like me on my own Facebook. Not the kayfabe side of me. It's my real Joe. It's the real Randy Page. So thank you so much for accepting the invite to come hang out with us for this short amount of time.
Thank you guys for letting me be 99.
Yes.
There
Who knows? You may be 290, 199. You never know. You may have to come back.
you go.
Yeah.
Like that big AEW contract.
Oh,
yeah. Please. Fingers crossed.
yes. Magic.
At this point, my goal for this year was to try to get a dark match at some point, and I'm still trying to work for that.
You could do it.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
You'll get it.
Uh-huh.
Keep your fingers crossed. Keep your head up, and keep your fingers to the sky. You'll do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All the cap guys just got a dark match on Elevation last week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's I try to tune in every week because I know a bunch of the folks from Florida that have been getting on there.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard of Danny Moe?
I don't think so.
I think they call her the Neon Nightmare.
No, I haven't.
She's from Florida. Surprised you don't know Danny Moe. I think that everybody knew Danny Moe. Guess not.
Depends on what part of Florida sometimes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and we will definitely have you back on again because you're loads of fun. You're so fun.
Yeah.
You're so
Bye.
fun. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Later. Bye. That was a fun interview,
loads
Joe.
of fun.
Yeah, loads of fun.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you guys could always donate to us at http://streamlabs.com/dudes at ringside. http://streamlabs.com/dudes at ringside. Joe, take it away.
Yes. Friday is the big day. The biggest show. We only have one show that day. It's only one click you need on this dial on Friday at 9 p.m. The Dudes at Ringside podcast are doing our move the microphone. Dang it. Ugh, Mira. 100th show. It is you guys can't miss this one. If you miss this one, you're gonna have to listen to it on Spotify or watch it a day later on YouTube. Don't
You don't
miss
want
this. We are interviewing the Dynamite Twins. See you